Welcome everyone! In this video, we are in the Great League, showcasing some more fun battles featuring Froslass. Now, it's been quite some time since I've run Froslass in the Open Great League, and there's been no better time, my friends, with, I believe Noctowl has really discouraged the usage of Pokemon that would traditionally be a hard time for Froslass, and those usually come in the form of Sableye, Trevenant to an extent, so Froslass has a lot more play, along with Lanturn on the safe swap, accompanying Froslass in the back on this team. Lanturn's quite the reliable safe swap in this meta. Very bulky, very reliable. Provides an excellent answer to the flyers in this meta. It is so satisfying. Fully farming down those flyers with Lanturn, it's a thing of beauty. And it can often flip switch advantage for you. And also on this team, we've got Obstagoon on the lead. Obstagoon is here to protect our back two Pokemon from the very strong steel types in this meta. Obstagoon provides for a very solid cover for Froslass, and Frostlass provides a very solid cover for Obstagoon. It takes care of the fighters beautifully. Right before we dive into the featured set of the video, we are starting things off with some bonus battles that I thought were tons of fun. And here we go. Positive lead comes in the form of Umbreon. Obstagoon has a very solid victory over Umbreon. It can do nothing to Obstagoon. We're going to throw the... Did they bait us with a foul play? Holy smokes! There's no way in any world that we are shielding anything from Umbreon. I was surprised to see that. We go for a cross chop there and gonna throw another cross chop here. Man, this person is quite brave staying in on such a terrible lead. Makes me wonder what they have in the back, and we are now drawing shields from the Umbreon. You love to see it. Not shielding a thing from this Umbreon. I could not believe they baited us. My goodness. But we are just going to overload a little bit and throw here. I highly doubt they go down 2 shields. That would be insane to see, and they let it go. Finally, now we're going to see what they had in the back. They've got a Medicham, so this is where we pivot. Guys, if you're running a team that is sort of ABB style, you always want to pivot, even if you win lead, to draw out something like this. This would be terrible for our Frostlass. It is a Bastiodon. And again, this is why you do not run teams that are ABA weak to a certain typing. Those of you who tune into the channel regularly, you may ask yourself, why is he so hard on these ABA teams? This is why, guys. It's not the optimal team format to run, in my humble opinion. We are up 2 shields. We grabbed a shield from the Basti and gonna go for yet another Surf on it. And that does not KO, but we will absolutely make it to another Surf. Lanturn, so clutch. That bulk comes in super clutch in a lot of circumstances, and we take out the Basti, and now it is smooth sailing from here, my friends. This is lights out. Holy smokes, they have not yet top lefted. It seems as though they want to go down with the ship. We're going to shield up that Psychic. Not going to happen. And we will put this Medicham out of its misery. We're going for the Shadow Ball. And we are saying bye-bye to the Medicham. Frostlass, one of the best closers in the Great League. And we saw right there. Good game. Well played. I'm telling you guys, with all the flyers running rampant in the Great League right now, there is no better time to run Froslass than now. And here we go. Speaking of flyers, we've got an Altaria here on the lead. Not the best lead to see here with Obstagoon, but we can hit it for neutral damage, and we do outpace. And we get a boost. Holy smokes. So we're gonna let this go. We're pretty bulky. We tank a Sky Attack, no problem. And we're gonna see if we can do big damage on this Altaria or pressure a shield from one of the tankier Pokemon in this meta. We grab the shield, so we're actually, we got another boost, holy smokes. We're gonna pivot into our hard counter. I don't often recommend this. Generally, you wanna go into your soft counter, but the Altaria was a little too healthy, and I kinda wanna force them to swap and try and get an energy advantage, if at all possible, with Obstagoon. We wanted to draw out a steel type, but yeah, we did. We definitely did. It comes in the form of Skarmory. And I do believe we let this go, and we're actually going to go for the Shadow Ball on Skarmory. They both hit for neutral damage, but Shadow Ball hits for a lot more neutral damage on Skarmory. That did a lot to a relatively bulky Pokemon. And seeing this, we're coming in and we are lacing up the farming boots and farming that thing all the way down. We've got loaded energy. They come back in with the low health Altaria. This is way overkill, but I wasn't quite sure if a Surf would KO, and I knew that we had energy. They had an Azu, and they instantly top left. Lanturn was going to dominate that in game. Good game, well played. Oh, I will admit, Frostlast is not the easiest Pokemon to team build for, but I think we've got a solid one right here. And here we go, Vigoroth Lead. I don't like this lead for Obstagoon. We make a play into our Lanturn, and they meet us with a Frostlast of their own. We do have the energy lead, so we're just going to go right for this big Thunderbolt. A lot of Lanturns like to bait, and they are not messing around here. So that's fine. They shielded up our Thunderbolt. We will shield up their potential Shadow Ball, and they bait us. Never feels good to get baited, but we're going to go for yet another Thunderbolt here. They can tank this. It gets them relatively low, but they can tank it, and they do. And now, I do believe we let this go. As long as we play out all even shields, we're going to do just fine here with Lanturn. The reason why is because we are resisting this fast move pressure. That Shadow Ball didn't do a whole lot. We're still in the yellow. Going to go for a Surf here and try and take the Frostlast out, and they are fighting hard for Switch. Holy smokes. We are in Avalanche range, and we kind of want to control the alignment, so we will shield up the resisted Avalanche here and farm down. Lanturn, so bulky, so clutch on the safe swap. They meet us with a Bastiodon, and we've got loaded energy. Going to go for a Surf here. You need 3 to KO a Basti, but it slowly but surely chips away. And we tried to get to another Surf. We went down with the Surf. That is unfortunate, but we've got the alignment. That's what's most important. They Argo swap back into that Vigoroth, and it is Frostlast time. Holy smokes. We definitely tank a Bulldoze, no problem. We tank a Body Slam thereafter as well if they were to make it 2-1, but I don't believe they are, guys. We're going to overload by quite a bit. We want to have residual energy to threaten that Basti. Going for this big Avalanche. Doesn't quite KO, but a few Powder Snows do the trick. Enough to allow us to get to a Shadow Ball. Holy smokes, Frostlast can really put in the work. My goodness, that worked out beautifully. Best case scenario right there. Being able to get off big damage and leaving the matchup with low health, that was picture perfect, I must say. They're going to throw a Stone Edge. It's not going to matter because we are going to get to a move and take out that Basti. They quickly realized that, decided to save everyone some time in top left. Good game, well played to them. Oh, this Frostlast team was really putting in the work. It was a lot of fun as well. And here we go. It's for reasons like this, when you're getting leads like this, it's amazing. They've got a Trevenant. And it looks like they maybe want to set up a catch. I'm not sure why they're staying in here, but they bank a ton of energy and make a play into Lanturn. So this one kind of threw me off. We're just going to chip and dip into our own Lanturn for the mirror matchup. I figured maybe with a health advantage we could do fine. But honestly, guys, seeing a Trevenant, we're not too concerned with winning Switch here. We just want to get this Lanturn relatively low. It's a nightmare for Frostlast, as we saw in one of those previous battles with our own Frostlast. So we're going to tank that, and we're not looking to give up any shields here. We are going to hope that we can grab a shield from them. We tank this neutral Thunderbolt and going to go for a Surf here. I wasn't quite sure if this would KO, but it grabs the shield. Yeah, I think from that range it would have definitely KO'd, and they are going to farm us down. We gave them Switch, but that is fine. We've got the shield advantage. And guys, Frostlast with a shield advantage can do amazing things in this meta. So going to tank the Surf and look to farm this Lanturn all the way down. And they come back in with the Trevenant. That's a huge tell, guys. That means they are weak to a counter user in the back or a dark type. So I believe they're going to try and take us out. They've got back-to-back seed bombs here. There's no way we are tanking a seed bomb. We're going to shield this and catch the second one onto our Frostlast. Not sure what they could have in the back, but there's no reason ever to come back in with a Trevenant onto an Obstagoon, and there it is. That's what was hiding from our Obstagoon. And tanking that seed bomb on Frostlast will prove to be quite nice because it's going to give the Bastiodon less farm. We do get off that Shadow Ball, and we will definitely not make it to another move, but this is fine. Obstagoon is going to put in the work here. We had residual energy. Going to throw the cross drop here. It will not KO, but it would be getting the Bastiodon dangerously low, and they let that go. That's very interesting. They maybe should have shielded that. We're going to shield this potential Stone Edge. That would be lights out for us. Even with a Trevenant in the back, and we are farming this thing all the way down now. That Trevenant is energy dry. We had residual energy. We need back-to-back to take this thing out. It is not making it to a seed bomb. They're one off from a seed bomb, and we've got the back-to-back, my friends. I'm telling you guys, this team puts in the work. We're getting off this Night Slash. We're saying bye-bye to the Trevenant. Oh, I'm telling you, this team, it was a lot of fun, and it was wildly effective. Good game, well played to our opponent. Oh, those were some fun bonus battles, my friends, but we now move into the featured set of the video, and we are picking up a positive lead in the form of Galarian Stunfisk. They've got a Pelipper, and oh, if you've got Lanturn on your team, it is so satisfying. Oh, there is no harder counter to Pelipper in this meta. You guys, those of you who have played out this matchup in the past, you will know you farm this thing all the way down to Funky Town, and we've got loaded energy, and they want no part of that as they top left. I don't blame them, to be honest, but good game, well played nonetheless. So guys, if you recognize the abilities of Froslass in this current meta, looking for a solid team, might want to give this one a try, but here we go. Not a good lead here. Galvantula, not good at all. Kind of core breaks Obstagoon and Lanturn a little bit. So what we're going to do is get off this Night Slash, grab a shield, and catch on 4. That's generally the play pattern for Galvantula leads. We catch that resisted damage, but that does a lot of resisted damage. Holy smokes. I was not expecting it to do that much. My goodness. And they are going to force the shield from us. But we can make it to another Avalanche here. Going to throw the Avalanche and look to take out the Galvantula here. And if they let that go, that would have KO'd even with the debuffs. They go down 2 shields to preserve that Galvantula, and they catch on another electric type in the form of Lanturn. Oh my goodness. One Galarian Stunfisk on the lead, and our opponent is absolutely crying. What do they do with G-Fisk on the lead? This is why I cannot stand ABA teams, and I cannot stand struggling with them even more. There's just something not right about it, but we press on. They're going to go Thunderbolt here. We tank that. We are still up a shield and going to look to get off a Night Slash here on the Lanturn. That does not KO, and I'm not quite sure we can farm down. I did not want to shield this low health Obstagoon. As bulky as Lanturn is, we're going to let this go and put the hope and faith into our Lanturn to perhaps maybe do something. They're going to definitely make it to another Thunderbolt. This Lanturn's putting in work. Holy smokes. We're going to let this go. We don't know what else they have left in the back. And they combo play us here. I do believe we have to shield this. That would do way too much damage. This Galvantula and Lanturn duo is the bane of my existence right now in this battle. Gonna look to take it out. We are debuffed. It is not looking good. We really need there to be a Pelipper in the back. That's our only hope. There's no Pelipper. There's a Toxicroak. And this is lights out for us, unfortunately. I believe we get this off. Doesn't do enough damage. And we promptly top left. My goodness. Couldn't quite get that one done. That one was quite frustrating, I will admit. But good game, well played to them. Not gonna lie, I had to take a slight break to cool myself down after that last one, but here we go. Unova Stunfisk on the lead. They make a play in the Vigoroth, and it is Frostlast time. So we have a very comfortable matchup here. Very interesting team. Quite weak to a Trevenant, but that is fine. Going to go for the Avalanche here. And you don't have to shield Frostlast in this matchup whatsoever. We grab a shield from them and going to let this go. Even if it is a Bulldoze, it's not. It's a bait. We call that. That feels brutal for the opponent, I would imagine. And going to go for another Avalanche here on the Vigoroth. That would have KO'd, and they are now down 2 shields. So we could tank another Bulldoze, but we could tank a Bulldoze from this range, I should say, but we're just going to shield it, and we still have a shield for the remainder of this battle. Going to just look to put this Vigoroth out of its misery. I'm seeing a lot of value in Frostlast knowing that they have a Unova Stunfisk in the back because our ice typing is super effective to their ground typing. They try to catch an Avalanche on a Skarmory, and it's just about lights out. We go for the big Shadow Ball when shields are down on Skarmory. It does more raw damage, and we were going to farm that thing down to Funky Town and have loaded energy for that Ufisk, and they top left. Good game, well played to them. I honestly didn't know what to expect from this team, but holy smokes, it was absolutely putting in the work. You'd love to see it, and here we go. G-Fisk on the lead. They make a play into a Gliscor. Shadow. And we have no better answer to a Gliscor, but this thing can absolutely fight back with Night Slashes. So we're going to shield this one, and holy smokes, these double super effective Powder Snows are absolutely chunking. Going to throw on the CMP here, and we will tank a Shadow Night Slash from this Shadow Gliscor here. It's not going to KO, and we will comfortably farm this thing down, no problem. They shielded that. I could not believe they shielded that. The play for them was to just take their shield advantage and run with it, but here we are. Even on shields and winning switch, you'd love to see it. And just like with Skarmory, guys, both of our charge moves hit for neutral, but Shadow Ball does a lot more raw damage on the Stunfisk, as we saw there. That was big damage on a very tanky Pokemon. We bring in Obstagoon. They've got a Medicham in the back, so this is okay, especially on even shields. They've got a slight energy lead on us, and we're going to let this go. We tank whatever this is, no problem. It's a dynamic punch. Holy smokes. Gonna fire back with a big move of our own in the form of Thunderbolt, and they let that go. Very nice. So getting a little close here. We kind of just want to grab that shield from the Medicham. This is not another big move. It's an Ice Punch that's resisted, not going to cut it, and we are not quite going to make it to another Thunderbolt, but I think a Surf would be just fine here, and we grab the final shield. That's what we needed. We have residual energy on Obstagoon. They're not making it to another move. We are going for this Night Slash, and I was hoping like heck this would KO the Medicham, and it does. You love to see it, and we get the boost on top of it. Oh, Obstagoon is popping off on this team. They can bait us all they want. I was sure this was a bait, but that's fine. We're one counter off from the cross chop. And this is Nighty Night, sleep tight for this Stunfisk. We're saying bye-bye, and Obstagoon cleaning up the end game. Oh, that was amazing. You'd love to see it. Good game, well played to them. I gotta admit, guys, when I was putting this team together, I wrestled with, should I go with Obstagoon or Surfetched? Honestly, I think both work. We decided on the Goon, and here we go. Lanturn lead, pretty neutral lead. Lanturn could have a number of things in the back, but generally, you will see Medicham and Noctowl in the back. It's a very common team comp. You typically see it with Medicham on the lead with the Lanturn and Noctowl in the back, but you can see it this way as well. So that's kind of what we're reading, and they baited us with a Surf. That was insane. I thought for sure there's no reason for them to bait. But here we are, shielding up, Surf baits, you'd love to see it, and just going to overload just in case they wanted to catch, and we're going to throw the Night Slash here. A boost would be really nice in this situation, but no such luck. This is just another Surf. We will live this, and we will look to overload a little bit more. We're getting quite low. Going to throw the Surf here. Night Slash. I don't think that this KOs, but hopefully we can counter down and we simultaneously KO. Oh, this is always interesting. When you simul KO, what Pokemon do you come in with? We were reading that backline. We come in with the Lanturn. Even if they came in with Metacham on us, it still would have been fine. This is looking pretty good here for us. They're going to go Shadow Ball. We tank that all day because we are about as bulky as it gets. And going to fire back with a Thunderbolt on the Noctowl. They can tank this, but they choose to shield. And we now have a shield advantage. This is beautiful. They tried to catch. This was calculated. They tried to catch on the Metacham. We intentionally threw this just to, chonk on the Metacham. And it's smooth sailing from here. Frostlast up a shield, runs right through the remainder of this team. No problem. And they're going for power-up punches. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. They top left that one very fast. It was lights out for them. Good game. Well played to them. And that is the team, my friends. How about this Frostlast team? It was a lot of fun, and I had a lot of success with it. Wanted to showcase Frostlast because it is quite strong in this current meta in Season 13 of Pokemon Go Battle League. The reason why is because the flyers are everywhere, particularly Noctowl, and Frostlast does quite well, even though Noctowl can fight back. A lot of Altarias in this meta, saw some Skarmories. Frostlast does quite well right now in this meta, so I wanted to build a solid team for it. Pairing it up with Lanturn in the back. Lanturn's quite nice on the safe swap. You could run Water Gun on the safe swap as well, but I do like the energy generation of Spark. It's quite nice, and you lead with something that can cover Steel. Like I said, I was wrestling with, we were on Surfetched on the lead. It was between Surfetched and Obstagoon. Ultimately landed on Obstagoon just for the added bulk and the added coverage on any potential Shadow Claw users, which Frostlast can struggle with. And my goodness, was this team strong. I would recommend giving it a try for sure. But guys, I had a blast. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching. And keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.